Hello friends, Lindsay here, the Frugal Crafter, and it is Sat Chat time. How was your week? Oh my gosh, what a week. I know that most of this country was getting snow. We got one snowstorm. It actually wasn't that bad except it was icy. So we didn't get a lot of snow, but we got a lot of ice. Certainly nothing to compare with other parts of the country that aren't used to snow that got snow, because that's really tough. If your infrastructure isn't used to that, then that's really rough. So I hope that you're safe and warm wherever you are. I hope that that your pipes haven't frozen in your house. Oh my gosh, friends in Texas are having such a hard time just keeping things warm. I hope that everything is sorted out by the time this video goes up. I'm filming this Friday, 1:49 in the afternoon, and I just want to let you know that I'm thinking of you and hoping for the best, and I hope that everything gets settled quickly, because man, if you're not used to it, if you're not used to the cold weather and you're not used to the snow, that's got to be doubly hard, because I mean, I'm used to it and I don't like it. I don't like the cold, and I have lived in Maine for 44 years, and you know, I can't imagine, you know, you're living someplace warm and then bam, you get hit with that. It was colder in Texas than it was in Maine this week, and I think that's just awful. Oh guys, my heart goes out to you. I hope that I hope wherever you are warm and safe and taken care of. So this week was vacation week. I don't know if everyone has the same holidays across the country, but in our country, usually, well, in Maine anyway, it's usually the week of Valentine's Day is a school vacation. I know they try to stagger it through different parts of the country, I guess, so not everyone's taking vacations at the same time. And some parts of the country do different things with their schooling, like they'll go to school all year round and take different breaks, so they don't have a huge break in the summer. Luckily here we have a huge break in the summer because, as I mentioned, we live in an Arctic tundra up here, and it's nice to have the nice months of the year off out of school anyway when you're a kid. So it was school vacation week, not really that much different than a normal pandemic week, because, you know, everybody's around anyway, but yeah, so the schedule's a little bit different. Definitely not as productive as I am on a normal week, but that's all right. First thing I want to do this week, though, because I know probably some of you are just tuning in for this, is I want to do a Dollar Tree haul, because this week, actually, I schedule our dental checkups for February vacation and also in the summer. So for every 6 months for our cleanings for me, Jason, and the kids. That way, we don't have to pull people out of school, and it's just convenient to have everyone together in the same week, and then I just know when everyone's getting their teeth cleaned. No cavities for anybody, yay, which always makes me feel a little richer, knowing I don't have to shell out for fillings or anything, or have any follow-ups, and I'm always a little kind of keyed up before any sort of doctor or dentist visit. I've got the white coat syndrome, I guess. I'm always just kind of like, I don't know, just nervous. It's kind of like the Schrodinger's cat thing. Like it's like, you know, Schrodinger's box, Schrodinger's cat, there's a box with a cat in it. You don't know if the cat's alive or dead. And as long as the box is closed and you don't look into it, the cat is both alive and dead. Well, that's why I kind of feel like before I go to the doctors, it's like, I'm perfectly healthy, or maybe I'm dying, but I don't know. Nobody knows until you go to the doctor. So I'm like, I'd rather just not know and be completely healthy. I am completely healthy, but you know, I'm just kind of like I always have a nervous sort of feeling about going to the doctors and the dentist and stuff, but everything's good, so that's good. See, nice and shiny. So it's always a big relief that I don't have any cavities or need anything. So anyways, let's get to the haul. So after I was done at the dentist yesterday, I thought, you know, I'm gonna stop by Dollar Tree and I'm going to pick up these watercolors from the Dollar Tree. I had seen these a couple weeks ago because I popped in there after dropping my daughter off somewhere, and I had some time to kill. I'm like, I'm gonna go see what the Dollar Tree has, because everyone was talking about the Crafter Square stuff, and they really didn't have much. But I had seen these and I didn't pick them up. And then I was thinking, because any of my videos that reference the Dollar Tree do really well. So it's like, well, and then somebody had asked me if I would do a video using Dollar Tree watercolors. And then I thought, you know, that's probably a good idea. I bet a lot of people would be interested in that. So I'm going to give these a shot. I'm going to give these a try and see how they work. But when I went in there were all kinds of new Crafter Square stuff that I haven't seen in my area yet. So I thought, well, whenever I do a Dollar Tree haul or I talk about Dollar Tree stuff, people are interested and excited and they watch. So hey, if you can't beat them, join them, right? So I thought, you know, why not? I'm gonna see, I'll find some things and then I'll do tutorials with them, so it won't just be buying them to buy them. And that way, if other people like them, then they can pick up those things too at their local Dollar Tree if they have them, and craft along, and it won't be very expensive, and kind of fun everyone can have. I'm all about fun everyone can have. Now, I do apologize, different stores carry different things, and your local store might have different things, might have better things, might have worse things. I don't know. Up in Maine, it seems like we are the last to get everything, but you just never know. I actually went to 3 stores. So after I went to the first one, I was paying, and I had mentioned that that maybe I should check out some of the other stores, and the cashier says every store gets different things. So if you're gonna go to brewery, you should check out the other one on Union Street while you're at it. I'm like, oh my word, I totally forgot there was a brand new one near downtown. So I'd never been in there. It used to be a drugstore. So I popped in there, and they had some different things than the other one did. And then I popped into brewer, and I don't know when I were in the brewer one last, but it was probably right before Valentine's Day. So it wasn't that long ago, and they had new stuff too. So they change it pretty quickly. I don't know if they get new stuff every week, but there was stuff that was different from when I had been there recently. So there. So this is what I went for, and then I'm going to show you what else I got. So this isn't a Crafter Square thing, but I went in looking at a couple different Dollar Trees looking for the plate. They're like plate dish racks. You could put them like in your cupboard to keep your dishes up, or to keep your pot lids organized. But I wanted to have this to put in my rolly cart so I could divide up like stamp sets and things like that. I ended up using a couple baskets because I couldn't find these. I looked in a couple places, but now that I have it, I think I'm going to take the baskets out of my rolly cart and put this in there and see how it works. And if not, I could use this for storing other things. I like that it's not too bulky, and you've got 4 different dividers. They had lots of these, and they also had the add a shelf type things, like you could put it in a cubbies like I have over here, and like kind of it would just give you a riser so you could divide the shelf. And it also had the spice rack. Like the stadium seating for your spices, they had those too. So those could go like on your shelf in your craft room, and you could put your sprays or bottles of paint or whatever you wanted, so that you could, if you have like a deeper shelf, so you could have different things at different levels so you could see what you have. So I thought that was pretty neat. I know I'd seen the shelf risers there before, but I hadn't seen or I'd seen the add a shelf thing, like where you can just add another level to your shelf, but I hadn't seen the like the spice rack risers before. So for $1, they're not the sturdiest things in the world, but they definitely will do the trick. This would also be good for like paper trimmers and punch boards and things like that. So even if I don't end up using it in my rolly cart, if I find I like the baskets better, then I can use this for my punch boards and paper trimmers and things like that. So so I was really happy to find that. And I got these. This is just a set of 3 little plastic baskets, and I bought a bunch of these in the past. I actually use a bunch of these for different things, and I like this size because I can put pencils in it. And so upstairs on my drafting table, where I kind of just do I pay bills there, but I also just have a space where I can just look out the window and just kind of doodle and do fun art, not working art, just kind of like brainstorming and things like that. These baskets, I have how many do I have upstairs? I think I have 8 upstairs, and I have my colored pencils, some of my Prismacolors in baskets by color, but I have some of the baskets are a little too full, so I got another pack of 3 so I could kind of thin out a couple of the other baskets. Because what happens is, like, that's a fairly new set of Prismacolors I have back there. I bought the 150 set when it was on sale on Amazon for $59 a couple years ago, and I was trying to use up my other Prismacolors, but once they get too short, they don't really work in that rack because they fall down. So I had a bunch of like really short pencils that were just kind of down below where I could see them. So I went to trays for those shorter ones, and those are upstairs on my desk, and then my newer ones are over there. These are great too because I put them in my shallow Sterilite drawers. You can put like 5 in a drawer, and I sort my watercolor tubes by color family. So I would have all my warm yellows in one, all my cool yellows in another, all my cool reds in another, and so on and so forth. And I take, I think 3 drawers, and I have them filled, and I just sort out my tubes like that. So if I need to refill the cerulean blue in my palette, I know if I just look in the cool blue bin, then that's where that color will be. So that's how I keep my colors. I don't sort them by brand, I sort them by color family, and that works for me. It might not work for you, but I've been really happy with that. I found these jump rings, 6mm jump rings, and we go through jump rings a lot, and especially the size. So I grabbed 1 package of these. They had a bunch more. For $1, I think it's a great deal. It's 20 grams. I don't know how many there is, but it looks like hundreds in there. But I thought these would be good because I go through a lot of them. If they're good quality, if they don't smell weird, if they don't get tarnishy, then I'll grab some more the next time I go. But yeah, I don't know what they're made out of. They don't say what they're made out of. They're probably steel. I could get a magnet. Do I have any magnets? Oh, I got a magnet. I'm going to go grab a magnet. Actually, would other things besides steel or iron get to a magnet? I don't think, right? Isn't it just steel or iron? Let me go get my magnet. Hold on a second. I know, so unprofessional. Sorry, guys. I know, jiggling the thing and everything. Ah, it's magnetic. This time I'll go under the light. Sorry about that, guys. See? Magnetic. For a Dollar Tree magnet. This place is just Dollar Tree. So I think it's probably stainless steel. I don't know. Let me know in the comments below if you know what else it could be. I mean, they gotta sell it in the United States, so it's gotta be for adult use, not a toy, for decorative and crafting use only. Anyway, got those. And I also got some metallic rub-ons. So these are feathers. They also had dandelion, like, you know, like the dandelion fluff. Like the, you know, you make a wish, you blow the dandelion fluff. It had one with those. It had one that was butterflies. And I don't know if they had leaves or not. For some reason, I was thinking I saw leaves, but then I also looked back through and I didn't see leaves. So it was probably just the feathers. But I thought the designs were really pretty. And I'm going to do some cards with these. And if turns out they're really great quality, then maybe I'll buy more. But I didn't want to buy more than one just in case it's like they were hard to transfer or, you know, didn't look very good. I'm going to do them with like a watercolor technique where I transfer these onto like Bristol or hot press watercolor paper and then watercolor over them. I think they're going to be really pretty. And I've got something else to go with this. I'll show you in a second. But I thought the design looked really chic and elegant. It didn't look cheesy at all. Because sometimes, you know, budget crafting supplies can look a little cheap and cheesy. But I thought those are actually quite pretty. These actually were ones that I had a viewer ask me if I would do a tutorial with the Dollar Tree like faux metal puffy stickers, and none of my stores had those yet. So when I saw these, I thought, well, I'll grab them because I know people are interested in a tutorial. Plus, I thought they would be really pretty on Father's Day cards. Aren't those sweet? Or any steampunk cards or anything like that? Or, I mean, you could even do it on scrapbooks or art journal pages, but I thought those would be great on Father's Day cards, and that way I can make up a few extras for the shop. I sell in a little boutique downtown in Bangor, and they usually ask for seasonal, like, holiday cards and stuff, so that'll just give me an opportunity to make a few for that. And I wish I bought more of this next one because I thought this would make the prettiest Mother's Day card. And I'm going to try not to get the glare there, but it's got, like, daffodils or jonquils, and a little galvanized pail, and then there's another galvanized bucket that has a little chickadee and some daffodils. And I thought this one right here, this really big one, would be great on like a A7 card, one of the bigger cards. And then this could be on a tag, but there's also a lot of puffy, like little popped up stickers there. They had poppies too, and I didn't get the poppies because I didn't like the vases they were in. I thought they looked a little cheesy. They were in these gold vases, but they'd be pretty in mason jars, and I could have just snipped them off of the vase and put them in mason jars. But anyway, I think this would make a great Mother's Day card, and I will plan on doing a tutorial on that as well. In fact, I'm thinking that after I film Sat Chat, I might want to just do some crafting because I'm kind of excited to use all these new things. Because I don't know, there's just something exciting about, I don't want to say trash to treasure, but to like find something that's really inexpensive and accessible and making something cool with it. Okay, this was kind of neat, and there were other designs, but they had some dies, and the reason I got this one and not the other set they had 2 border dies. I know there are some other ones because I've seen people show them on YouTube, but I got this one because I'll show you the back where you can see the designs. I really like this cloud. It's kind of like a random cloud, and I have one other cloud die, but it's thick and chunky. These are open-ended, so you can kind of line them up and make a longer border, which I really like about these. There's no like there's no bottom and ends to the dies, so you can just keep like rolling your paper through, moving the die, rolling your paper through your die cutter, so you can have like long scrapbook page borders and whatnot. The stars I think would make nice shaker confetti, or a cute cutout border on the side of like a kid's card or a graduation card or a military card. And then this other one, this one on the end, it looks like half of like one of those pull strips. You know when you you get a box of crackers or something, ice cream, whatever, something that comes in a carton, and you have that pull strip. It looks like half of a pull strip, so I think that would work really well for doing like pull strip cards. Maybe just kind of leave it attached. maybe between where you use the die or something so it doesn't just come out, but I think that would be really cool. I do have a little pull strip die from My Favorite Things, but I mean, a buck for 3 of these. I thought that was a great deal. And I knew I would use these. I didn't think I would use the other ones so much, but there were a few different designs. There were 2 different designs of this at the Union Street Bangor by the airport Dollar Tree. Of course, every one is different, but they did have quite a few. And the thing you have to check when you're looking, at least in any of the Dollar Trees I go to, you want to look through, like if there's like a peg that has some stickers or dies or something on it, you want to look behind, because a lot of times they're just all assorted in there and they're not like, they don't have a peg for its own thing, so you want to flip through. And I also made notes on my phone of other things that were there that I didn't buy that you might find useful, so don't let me forget to check that out. I was really excited to find these. I found clear stamps. This set I like the most out of all of them. I hadn't seen this anywhere on anybody else's videos. It's birds, and they've got a very beautiful vintage look to them. And I thought that would just be so pretty. And I do have other bird stamps, but these look kind of different. These look kind of like an etching or engraving or something. They look very old-fashioned, and I really like that. This one right here, I did see other people mention this one, and I did want to find that one. Dream catchers. I thought that'd be really pretty, especially embossed with white and then like watercolored or something. I just thought that was really cute. And then this one I probably wouldn't have bought, except I wanted to show you dragonflies, butterflies. Those are classic images. They're never going to go out of style if you don't have stamps like this, or you need different sizes. I think those would be really nice to add to your collection. So since I do have a lot of butterflies and whatnot, I probably wouldn't have bought it, except I wanted to show you guys, and I'll probably do a card with it so that you guys can play along, and of course use what you already have if you already have those images too, or similar images, because, you know, if you've been stamping for a long time, you probably have butterflies and dragonflies, but if you haven't, that's a great little set to get, I think. Okay. They had a bunch of stencils. They had green stencils, they had just regular blue plastic stencils, they had some self-adhesive stencils. One I actually picked up but I put back because I have so many like small pattern stencils, but it was like a 6x6 stencil, and it had 9 different little patterns on it, so like you could put it down, stencil a little bit, move it, stencil a little bit, be fun for art journal pages. So, you know, again, flip through those stencils at your Dollar Tree and see what all the different designs are and see if there's anything that you like. But I thought this was really interesting because this one, it's got like this cardboard mask over it. So if you want to like spray, you want to spray stencil, or you want to dab with a paintbrush, you don't have to worry about getting paint through the other holes in the stencil. So this one, I'm just going to see, do I have a piece of black paper or something I can hold up? Oh, I'll just use this, this might work. Is that going to work? Oh, I don't think that's going to work. Maybe if I just hold it up. I don't know. You probably can't see. Do I have any paper in this place? I don't have any colored paper. Yeah, everything I have is light colored. Maybe I can use this. Will that work? Okay, maybe that'll work. Yeah, I think that'll work a little bit. So this one has all these different, it has 3 arrows and 5 feathers. And I thought that was really cute, but I really love the fact that, like, if you wanted to, like, do a t-shirt design, or you wanted to spray some fabric ink or something like that, you could just, you know, this masks off the other shapes so that you can just get the one that you want to stencil. Or even if you're sponging, you don't have to worry about getting into one of the other holes. I really like that idea, and I like the feathers. I think it's kind of a classic motif. I have some other feather stencils from, I think it's from Stencil Girl, that are very, not similar, they're a different shape, but I think they would all go really well together but not be duplicates, so I thought that would be really fun. This one here, I might keep together or I might cut it apart, but it's got 4, I would say they're probably about 4x4 stencils, so there's, get my paper back here again, see if I can show you. There's like a, goodness, there is, you know, just a couple, like a kind of a leaf design, just a pattern, a wavy hills design, and then like a tile design. So you could cut these apart, or you could just keep them together, use the cover as a mask, or if it's better for you to cut them apart, cut them apart. I just thought that was kind of neat. There were a bunch of other designs. Those are the only ones that I thought I would use, so that's what I bought. I just wanted to kind of jog my, I did pick up some stuff just to kind of jog my memory as I was doing this, so I didn't forget anything. This is one of the things I've been looking for, is baker's twine. $1 for these huge things. This is like a lime green. This one's like I would say like a cobalt blue color. And I was really glad that I didn't have any of these colors already. This is probably the closest to a color I have. This is like a lilac and white. I have one that's a little bit different, about light purple and white, and yellow and white. And apparently there's other colors like a pink and white and a red and white and stuff. We didn't have them here. There were also solid colors, but the only solid color I picked up was Craft, because I thought that I would use that because I use jute a lot. But I have embroidery floss, so I didn't buy any of the purple or the yellow or the blue or the pink twines. But I was very excited to see the striped string because I love baker's twine. And that's such a great deal. And then I picked up some of these baskets because I've learned that if you like a storage solution at Dollar Tree, buy either all they have in the color you like or buy plenty. Buy all that you know you're going to need because you're never going to find them again. But I got these actually to do Easter baskets with for the kids. And something that I started doing probably many years ago is that when I make them an Easter basket, I would buy a basket that could be reused. So I usually go for something that's square or rectangular so it doesn't waste space. I go for something that I would use. If they don't want it, I'll take it back and use it on my stuff. And so it's basically practical. So it's not like a heart-shaped thing or an egg-shaped thing or something that's, or like a bucket that's got like Easter bunnies on it that's just going to be chucked when it's done. I try to get something that can be reused as storage. And usually the kids will reuse it, but if they don't, then they can give them back to me and I will use it. But I thought these were really cute. I got 4 because I wanted one for me anyway, and then one for each of the kids for their Easter baskets. I did the same thing with the Valentine's baskets. I used these from the Dollar Tree, and Jackson gave me his back. He didn't want it, but the girls actually did want to keep theirs, so I tried to get something that can be reused. So that was all I got from the Dollar Tree, but I did make notes of other things I saw so I could tell you. They had tie-dye in bottles, so it was like, you know when you buy a tie-dye kit and you usually get like 5 colors? They had the bottles individually for $1. They had let's see, I think 5 different colors, fuchsia, turquoise, yellow, green, and orange maybe. So you could mix whatever you wanted. I like that. I was going to grab those, or at least grab the 3 primaries, but I got distracted by the dyes, I think, and completely forgot to go back and look for them. But they did have those on Union Street anyway. They had lots of yarn. They also had a lot of crochet hooks and 2-packs, and they had knitting needles. So, you know, if you are desperate for a craft, like something for your teens or your kids, you know, want to teach them how to crochet or knit, that's a great place. I did not buy the yarn. I didn't look. I didn't even think to look to see if the yarns have lot numbers, but I would recommend that if you were going to do a project, that you figure out how much yarn you need and buy an extra roll and check the lot numbers if they have them to see if it has a dye lot, because otherwise, if you're buying yarn, you want to check on the label to make sure they all have the same dye lot. Otherwise, the colors could not match across across your project. So you could be doing a sweater and then one sleeve is slightly different because it was from a different dyeing lot, different batch. So check for that. I'm not sure if they are dye lot colors or not, but and buy an extra skein because it's only $1 and you don't want to be trying to hunt down that matching yarn if you run out. Maybe even buy 2 extra ones. You could probably exchange them for other colors later if you don't end up using it. They had pretty glittered ribbon and organza ribbons, so if you like to use ribbons in your crafts. I bought their ribbon there before and I had no problems. They had ball styluses and pokey tools, which I've shown you the pokey tools before. Lots of embellished stickers. They had a lot of canvas panels and stretch canvases, but I've never used them, so I can't vouch for if they're good or not, but they did have a lot of them. If they don't feel great when you're using them, you could throw in a coat of gesso, but I don't know, that might, I really didn't think the canvases were a great deal because I usually buy in bulk for classes, so, but if you're not buying in bulk, they probably are a good deal. They had a lot of kids crafts too, like, you know, painted flower pots and little painted rocks and, you know, little projects like that to keep the kids busy, which is nice. They had rolled felt and fabric, just like fat quarters and things like that. Oh, they did have the laser woodcut shapes. They didn't have the flowers and leaves that I wanted. They had like crosses and words, and I didn't think I would use them, so I didn't buy any. But they've been all over YouTube, so you can look those up if you want. If I do see the flowers and leaves at some point, I probably will grab them, but I just wasn't interested in the one they have. For big words, I would just as soon die cut something because that's pretty bulky. Not my thing, but I do like the smaller shapes. And I think that was pretty much all that I saw that was kind of interesting and different that I hadn't seen before. Oh, and I went to Walmart and got my wrinkle cream the other day. We didn't even bring a cart in. I'm like, we're going to go in, we're going to get what we need to get, and we're going to get out. And that's what we did. And I was like, so My arms are like so piled up, like I'm not getting a cart, we're in and out. But I got my wrinkle cream, so that was good. And I also picked up a package of white face masks because I have not been able to find these since I bought that first package just last summer. I have not been able to find them anywhere. And I did painting on one. I stamped and painted with Inktense, and I loved it. And I've washed it so many times, and it just held up really well. And a lot of people said they wanted a tutorial of the Inktense on fabric, and I'm like, oh, I can use my new Inktense pan paints, which are I even like them better than the sticks. So I thought that I would do that with these and some more cloth masks. So seems like we're still going to be using them for a while, so why not? I'm gonna go do that again, so that'll be fun. This time I'll film it. Last time I didn't. I kind of regretted it, but this time I will. And oh, biggest news of the week is we got a ping pong table. So I've been really excited. My daughter Maisie and I have been playing a lot. It's a lot of fun. I always loved ping pong. I used to work at a senior center. I was the art director and I did art classes, but in between classes we could mingle with the seniors, and there was a ping pong table, and they were actually one of my art students, Gene, he would play ping pong with me. He was a great ping pong player, and we would play ping pong. It was so much fun. And so Jason was talking about it. I'm like, oh, I love ping pong. He's like, really? I'm like, yeah, I used to play it all the time at the senior center. And so we ordered one, he assembled it, and it has been so fun. And so I actually did buy something else at the Dollar Tree. I bought ping pong balls. I have no idea if they're any good or not, but I figured I would try them out, and if they're good, then I will grab a few more packages because I'm sure ping pong balls will go missing. We've done really well so far. We haven't misplaced one, but I don't even know what a ping pong ball goes for, but 6 for $1 seemed like a really good deal, so I don't know. Oh, they also had super cute little cosmetic bags at Dollar Tree that were like canvas and stuff. This isn't one of them. My daughter actually was just cleaning a room and gave me this, but that's what reminded me of it. I didn't buy any because I didn't need any, but it was tough because they were so cute. So I don't know if you want to do like a little, I think they're really cute, like for pencil cases and things like that. If you need any little pouches like that, I would definitely say go check them out because they're so cute. Obviously, they're more girly than, than plain because they're sold for makeup, but definitely worth a look. I think they had some cute pencil cases too, but I'm not like, nothing is really jumping out of my memory from that. I'm thinking more of the cosmetic bags, and every Dollar Tree I went to had them, and they were adorable, but I just don't need any. So, and that's the thing, you've got to really ask yourself and this is where it's kind of tough. You got to ask yourself, are you buying it because it's a good deal, or are you actually going to use it? And granted, I bought a little bit more knowing I was going to do this video than I would have just from my own personal use, but I'm going to also make myself do videos on these because to be able to find something that a lot of people can access, a lot of people don't have craft stores in their town. They don't have the kind of money to spend at some of the online retailers, but they can afford stuff at the Dollar Tree. Or, I mean, like some of these designs, by the time you hit the Dollar Tree, they're not that new and cutting edge, so you probably have something similar at home or something you can definitely dupe so you can get the same effect and the same look with what you have. Or if you don't have it, then you can find it affordably. And I like to provide some projects like that, so it's for everyone. Art should be for everyone. It shouldn't just be for, people with fat bank accounts, right? So that's all for today. That was my week. Nothing was too exciting, but the ping pong table, that's probably the most exciting. And everybody has good teeth, so that's always good. I want to thank you so much for watching. I hope you're staying safe, happy, and healthy. And until next time, happy crafting. Bye.